Hello everyone, welcome back to some video on my channel. Today, Bally and I are going to honour the memory of Mr. Satoru Iwata, and we're going to play some Balloon Fight, one of the first games that he ever programmed, was involved with at Nintendo. When he was at HAL, they told him, hey, this Balloon Fight game, you should do something with it.
It's devilishly hard.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's a lot of fun. I never really played it that much. It was on the day that we learned the news that he passed away. I thought, I have this on my 3DS on my ambassador program. I should give it a go and try it out and see what it's like. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun. I actually thought the mode that was the most fun is Balloon Trip, and that's the one we're going to be doing today. So we're going to go for, I think, we're going to do 3 rounds each, and then whoever has the highest, or maybe we'll make it 5. We'll see how we go.
We're gonna do cumulative.
No, we won't do cumulative score. We'll do the best individual score.
Yeah.
The best individual score out of all those.
Who can get the best individual score through 3 rounds? A bit like long jump.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then we'll see who the winner is. This is fun. I'm gonna tell you, Bally, I did pretty well when I was practicing on the 3DS. So we'll see how far we get. So, all right, I'm gonna start off. Let's Balloon Trip, I guess. Alright, okay. Make sure I'm pressing the right button here. It is a one-button game. We were talking about the fact.
Ever endless runner.
Yeah, really? Like, it's basically Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird.
Basically Flappy Bird. In its prime. But of course, you have much more nuance and control to your little balloon fighter, because of course you have the D-pad to work with. Flappy Bird's obviously single button input, all timing based. It's kind of rhythmy in some sense.
I'm enjoying watching your thumb style with the D-pad. it is just the most unorthodox thing.
It's very unique. It's no. All right, so there we go. That's my first round.
Note it down.
5,060 for my first round. So
560.
That's my best so far.
Right.
There you go, Bally. So no.
I have a little bit of tilt.
Yeah, sorry, I'll move the laptop.
Right.
We're in person right now, so
Okay.
yeah, you have to press start.
And that's A.
Yeah, or B. They both do the same thing.
Okay.
So whichever is more comfortable. So yeah, Bally, we were.
I just want to stay silent.
Okay, that's fine. You can stay silent.
Oh!
Oh God! Oh dear!
I thought I was safe, right? That was 6:30.
6:30, yeah. That's a real shame.
This might be a very short video.
It might be. Who knows?
Oh dear.
I was saying that we both watched the Game Center CX video, where Iwata was talking about how obviously he programmed this game, and at the bottom of the water there is this fish who comes along periodically and will sometimes eat
That
you.
was close.
Well, look,
right
I am
there.
a master of disguise. Well done.
I have some work to do. Boy.
Oh boy. Yeah. So Game Center CX.
Whoa! Okay.
Oh, I thought I could get past that. 43-40, so that's lower.
Chat was your downfall.
Yeah, we'll
That's
not.
lower. We'll leave it.
Yeah, we'll
right.
leave it.
My round 2. Sorry. Right. Here we
We'll
go.
just go as long as seems necessary, because these could be some short rounds going in.
As long as we have the same number of attempts.
Yeah,
it's all
exactly.
good. I'm not going for that gap again.
So yeah, but he was saying that fish is always scrolling along the bottom screen back and forth.
Yeah, it's just
so
a bit of
sometimes,
chance.
because I was noticing when I was doing it, sometimes I was really close to the water and I wasn't getting eaten. I was like, okay, is it random or what? But he programmed the fish to move
So
back and forth
genuinely just luck.
to kind of like randomly appear, and if you're unlucky, and it seems like quite often you get unlucky, which is interesting that it kind of works out that way, the momentum and everything. So doing pretty well here, Bally. You passed my best score. You've passed my best score
jinx
so far.
it!
I had to do it. I had to give myself an opportunity.
7-1-3-0.
Yeah, I had to give myself an opportunity there to get in.
I'll take it.
We said this is going to be the last, but I'm not. If I don't beat your score this time, I'm not saying this is the last.
Oh, we should just keep going for a little bit.
Yeah, it's a fun game. So you obviously neither of us played this when we were younger. We never had an NES.
I think both our first experience was the Ambassador program.
Yeah, and I think
for
our
buying
first
3DSs early.
I think our first experience could have been the Game Boy Advance kind of NES classics, right? Because that was before Virtual Console was a thing. That was the first time that we really had any access.
But
to
they
these
were
old
sold
games.
individually, weren't they?
Right, yeah,
Which
they were like
wasn't particularly appealing.
No, and they weren't really overpriced for the time. Only 5, 6,
7. No, that's
it's an improvement. It's an improvement on my last one.
Alright, here we go. Here we go.
So, I think one of these rounds I should just be silent and focus.
I think you should, but I need to think of something to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta be the one with the topic. A lot of people.
I'm so hit and miss.
This is our fourth round now. We're going
Fourth
into.
round. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just keep going.
A lot of people have been suggesting that the balloon fighter should be put in Smash Brothers in memory of Mystery Iwata. I think
when we were discussing this, I'm interested to see, because obviously Nintendo's such a family-based company.
Yeah.
How they're going to respond to a passing like this, because while they've done it through their Twitter accounts and through media, they've not done something that young people who know Nintendo can relate to. There's nothing that's, been in-game perhaps, or some sort of direct that's talked about him yet or anything. So I'm interested to see if they do some sort of tribute to him. So
I was getting close there, Bally. I was being silent,
but yeah,
and I was making it.
That wasn't near your best.
I agree. There needs to be something. Because you can't just jump into another Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, you can't just go straight into like Reggie or something.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna. I don't know. They're so good at celebrating the past with their games. Why can't they do it with their CEOs?
Exactly.
We just had that amazing thing with Mario Maker at E3. It'd be amazing to see some sort of.
I do think that some kind of tribute, some kind of Nintendo Direct that is based around Iwata and like some of his, marks that he left on the company, stuff like that. You're getting really hairy here. That would be nice, and it would be a nice buffer between another just kind of newsy games-based Nintendo Direct. If they call it a Nintendo Direct or not, I don't know what they would do, but I do think that there has to be some kind of formal addressing of Iwata.
7650.
That's higher than your last one, 7650. So that's 4 rounds now, is it?
Yeah.
All right.
4 rounds.
Let's. If I make it past this, if I get a high enough score here, then I will challenge you to beat it. And if you can't,
and then finish it.
And then we'll end. We'll end. There are lots of other Iwata games that I want to play still. Obviously, Earthbound is a big one that neither of us have really played at all.
No, and we're definitely both going to play Earthbound. I think I personally resisted Earthbound Beginnings. I think there was a lot of hype at the time for what is ultimately apparently quite a old-style JRPG, and I hear they fixed a lot of things for Earthbound, so that's definitely one I'd like to go back to. I didn't realise.
Sorry, I'm just going to pause it.
Sure. I didn't realise he had such a big input into Pokemon Gold and Silver.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was the first Pokemon game that we really. I mean, we were obviously obsessed by Red, Blue, and Yellow, but that was the first one that had 2 regions. What was it?
10,680.
What?
Got you chatting for a bit and then slid in there with my high
10,680.
Yeah, it's hit. Look, it's on the main screen.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Right. Well.
Not 1680. Come on, man. give me 10680.
Okay, right.
Yeah, jeez.
Get it right.
All right, Bally. So here you go.
So I was talking about Pokemon, but I'm going to be quiet. You can
That's fine.
Keep going on Pokemon.
No, he did a lot for the Pokemon series. Not only did he reverse engineer the entire Pokemon Stadium battle system from Red and Blue without any documentation, he also fixed some problems from that game, because in Red and Blue there are a lot of glitches. Like, that game is extremely glitchy in a really weird way. A lot of moves don't do what they're supposed to do. Lots of weird stuff, and he actually fixed some of those moves and basically translated the entire battle system across the N64 without, just on his own, which is fucking crazy. And yeah, credited with fitting the whole of the Kanto region into Gold and Silver, which, boy, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Right.
Right, should we do one more? Do you want to have another go?
Just one more?
I don't know, Bally.
We could go on for a while.
Sure.
I don't know. I think one of us has a super duper big score in us that we haven't unleashed yet.
No. I think, okay, so the best I've got in terms of, you see the rank at the top right-hand side? Shit. That was terrible. I got that rank down to 24 when I was playing on 3DS. That was my best rank. I can't remember the score. I think it was 13,000. which is kind of close to what I was getting. I think it's we're playing on an emulator at the moment with a D-pad from the Xbox 360 controller, which I don't know how you feel about that D-pad, Bally, but it's not the best in the world.
It's not bad.
It's okay. It does the job.
In general, I'm not as sensitive in terms of feel for games as you are.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling okay with it, to be honest. Sorry, my words are escaping me. I was gonna say. What's happening?
Yeah, the screen stops if you get a bubble for a while, so you need to just.
We're going the wrong way. Okay, no, we're not. Right. My mind is scrambled. My mind is scrambled eggs right now.
So they did have this at the Nintendo World Championships, right? And I think this was one of the most fun games to watch. Out of all the ones they did, because they did a lot of speed running, like with Zelda and Super Metroid, and that's great, but there's something about, just a side-scrolling score-based event like this game.
The thing is, because it's score-based and not speed-run-based, I don't feel it worked. But what's happening?
Yeah, you're onto the second phase of it.
What? Okay, right.
You don't still almost at the same score as me, but I think I got way more balloons than you did, which is why my score went up higher.
So I might actually be further, but not.
You're definitely further than me, but you don't have as many points, and you're getting very close.
What I was gonna say about it, I'll wait.
No, don't wait. Go.
Right. No.
No, you passed. Oh, you've already beaten my score. God damn it.
Seeing as I've passed score, I think I'll say something. I just want to say, the thing about Iwata is he was the face of Nintendo when we got into the company. So
yes.
he became president in 2002.
Yeah, he did.
So I'd say we got heavily into.
Very good score, 14,050.
So I'd say we got heavily into Nintendo. What year would you say?
In terms of like following them as a company through magazines in like the early 2000s.
Yeah. So it was roughly just in his presidency.
Yeah.
And just like DS, Wii, or later Game Boys were launched under him, that kind of thing. So.
Oh, man. I'm going to have a very tough time taking your score out.
Beating 14,000.
Yeah. There's something simple about this game. Some kind of... It's the sort of thing you can just play again and again. It's very mobile game-like in that sense. And I hope the games they do are... not like this, necessarily, but more in the vein of simple but fun, but not kind of horribly price gouging, and I don't know. Who knows? Who even knows? All right, we'll do this. This will be the last round.
Last
round.
But it's really nice to just go back like this and play one of his games. Well done on getting through that gap, because I
don't know what I was doing.
That was keen. It's so good to go back and play something like this, because we really don't play a whole lot of NES games.
And there are a lot which I don't think hold up that well, and I think Balloon Fight is one that does hold up
because
pretty well.
It's good at doing what it does, which is a high score game in this sense.
Yeah.
Is that your last attempt?
I think so. I'll try one more maybe, but
at this point, my 14.
Yeah, I gotta defend your title. I think you got into a mode where you were talking, so you kind of detached yourself to some degree, and that happens to me quite a lot. I think a lot of my higher scores.
Record of high score games and runner games.
Yeah.
I'm not bad at them.
Yeah. But I think like sometimes when you are more detached and thinking about something else, that's when you'll succeed.
Yes.
It's when you're not as focused on the minutia. Is like
Exactly.
you're just kind of having two things going at once.
Because
it's
it's
more
using
muscle.
different bits of your brain. Exactly.
Yeah. It's weird that. Interesting. Oh. Getting very close.
I was gonna say, games. Do you remember like the mini games in WarioWare Touched and things? I would love those high score things. Like, just high score Nintendo games are few and far between these days.
In Nintendo Land, there was a balloon fighter thing.
Oh, yeah.
Which I completely forgot about.
Maybe we should do that as well.
Maybe we should do that at some point, yeah. Oh, great. Now you're just going to sit in space for ages.
What does that
Bobbing
do?
about.
It
It
gives you a
stops the
break.
screen to give you a chance to get all the
Get
balloons
your
on the
breath
screen, I
back.
think.
Oh, right. Yeah,
But there were none on your
there were
screen,
none.
so
So I just got a
what are you
breath.
going to do?
Oh.
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 There's a gauntlet here. Yeah, I'd really like at some point to try and get to the end. Or
Of
to
this
rank,
game?
rank 0.
I don't think there is. Oh, the end. Rank
Yeah,
0,
of
I
this.
see.
If there is an end, I don't know if it keeps
Oh!
going.
What happened there?
But
11,000.
yeah, you went pretty far there. Well, I think that's pretty good. What were our high scores then, Bally? What did we
I
get?
think my final score was 14,050. That was my top one,
Yeah.
and you got 10,680. So
Yeah, well, you made it there. Got into the zone.
a nice,
Took it
nice
from me.
trophy to add to my
Yeah,
cabinet.
yeah,
But,
absolutely.
But anyway,
Yeah.
this has been good,
Yeah, it's fun.
and we've had a good time coming from some of the worst news that I think we've
Yeah,
had in gaming.
absolutely.
So, we'll definitely have more to say on the podcast about.
Yeah, so
about
you follow
it.
us on Twitter at TNL Podcast. I'm at Lord MBZ on the Twitter. Bally is at Ballyman91.
I am.
And you'll find all that in the description. And maybe we'll do some more stuff with Iwata's games. I don't know, maybe play a bit of Kirby's Adventure.
Yeah,
Something like that. Could do that.
could do.
So yeah, look out for that. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.